Good evening, everybody. This is Maria from Barefoot Holistics, and I'm a day late. I apologise for that. Yesterday I had my shamanic group, and I've got the camera wrong way. I don't know if it'll mess it up now, but anyway, yesterday we had my shamanic drum journey group, and I was pretty busy all day, clearing ground down in the olive grove in the searing sun, which was a nightmare. I spent 2 hours doing that, and then taking everything down there. And setting everything up, so I had a very busy day, and then obviously I had the group in the evening. So while we're journeying yesterday, because obviously I know that I'm facilitating, but I also journey while I'm drumming for other people. So while I was journeying yesterday, I was thinking about loss and the pups. Now, those that have seen my videos or follow me on Facebook will know that I've been fostering 4 puppies for the last 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, 3 weeks I think. And they left yesterday morning, and I was heartbroken. And I cried for about half an hour after they'd left, which is silly really, seeing as I foster a lot, but I don't know, these little puppies really got into my heart. And it got me thinking about loss and why we foster. Because when we foster, we're helping these little abandoned babies have a chance at life and have a chance at finding a home. So it's a bittersweet pill to swallow, because we grow attached to these little babies, and then we have to give them over, hand them over, and we don't know where they're going or what's going to happen to them. And it is a bit of a loss, you know. It's not always the same. Like, I've got Bella, she's a big Labrador, and I love her to bits, but I don't think I'd be that upset when she goes. I probably will be a little bit upset because I've had her about 4 weeks as well. So, and she's so lovely. She deserves a home rather than going into another foster until her end of the days. But people don't want older dogs, so that's another story. But what I was thinking about and how it correlates to us as people is that, yes, it's heartbreaking handing over the puppies, but knowing that they will find a home. Puppies always find homes, or generally always find homes, and that they've been given a chance at life. Otherwise, they would have died in the heat, left in the field, you know. Which I'm sure the little brother that was left and wasn't found because the farmer took it, I highly doubt that survived. But anyway, but the point being that we hand them over to make space so that we can take more abandoned babies in and nurture them and give them a loving home until they find a permanent home. And that correlates totally with us, with grief. You know, I had cried for half an hour yesterday, and today when I got up, the house just seemed empty. And Louis was as sad all day. He's been asleep under the kitchen table all day, which he doesn't do normally. So we've just come back from a long walk. He's had a long walk and he's perked up now. We've had a little game of football. So going back to how it correlates to us, sometimes, you know, we need to acknowledge the grief that we feel from wherever that comes from, whether it be a loss of a relationship, a death, a loss of a job, a move of a house, move of country, whatever that loss be. It may be a loss of self. Maybe you've lost a part of yourself somehow. Maybe you've lost your vision. Maybe you've lost hope, you know. A lot of people around the world right now have lost hope, especially with what's going on across the world with the wars and the global catastrophes and the governmental corruption. People are losing hope, or rather faith. Hope to me lends leeway for disaster, for it not working out. So you've got to hold on to that faith. So what's the point I'm trying to make? I am rambling. Is that, acknowledge the grief. Don't ignore it. Don't try to push it down. Don't try to belittle it, or, I'm okay, when you're not okay. Acknowledge it. Doesn't mean to say you have to sit and steep in it for weeks and months and years. Acknowledge the pain. Listen to its message. What is it telling you? Like mine yesterday was telling me that to move forward, we have to let go of the grief. We have to let go of the past. Whatever is holding us back, whatever keeps us in that cycle of woe is me, or why did this happen to me, or why are things not going the way I want them to go, holding on to sadness and grief and regret just keeps you in that cycle. So acknowledge the pain. We're not saying ignore it. You need to acknowledge it. You need to feel it fully. Go into it and feel it. And what is it teaching you? What is it telling you? What is beyond the initial, not the initial, beyond the surface grief? So like for me yesterday, the puppy's leaving was very sad. I was okay when she took on. I cried. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I cried. But what's beyond that? That is a trigger. You know, there's no reason for me to be upset. I know where they're going to go to, homes. Two have already got homes in England waiting for them. So, you know, it's a happy time. So what is beyond that grief? Don't ignore your grief. Listen to it. It's got a message for you. But then move on from it. Move on from it so that new things can come your way. Make room for positive, new, loving vibrations to come your way. New opportunities, new possibilities. So just let it go. Acknowledge it. Listen to it. Thank it. Give thanks. Give gratitude. And forgive yourself for the times that you've sat in grief. Longer than maybe you could have. You know? So, on that note, I'm just going to let you know what's coming up. As I mentioned before, we've got the Rite of the Womb coming up on the 8th of July. I'm really looking forward to this, so I hope people come along, because if not, it'll just be me and Maria. But that's fine as well. I just like to share these things, these empowering things that free people from whatever they need freeing from. And on the 15th of July, it's International Give Something Away Day. So I'm organising a potluck, a vegan potluck. So I invite everybody along. It's free. I'm not charging for this. I'm going to just want everybody to come along, bring a vegan dish, and let's all just sit around the table and have a laugh and talk and listen to some music maybe. If people have got an instrument, they can bring it along and play some music, and we can have a little sing and a dance. And I am asking for donations, and the donations are not for me. The donations I'm going to divide between the two people that I foster for now, and the next time I'm going to choose other people as well. So for now, it's going to go to the what's it called? Friends of Lanarkshire Cats, where my Coco is from, and what does she call it? I've forgotten, but it's on the invite. Sofa Hounds, which is my friend who takes in paralysed dogs and rehomes them, and rehabilitates them and rehomes them where possible. So two good causes, vegan causes, animal rights. We're all up for animal rights. So please come along and join us, and subscribe to my YouTube channel below. And you can join me on Facebook at Barefoot Holistics, and you can email me at windtalker@riseup.net. That's all for now, folks. Bye bye.